Hi ladies, this is Pam from Shabby Vintage Dreams. I wanted to pop on and do a quick video of a swap that I am doing with the group in AngeldreamCrafts. And my swap partner is Christal Gill, and I will not be posting this video until she receives her gift, but I just wanted to do a quick video so people could see it and see how it turned out. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I decided, I know Crystal loves shabby and vintage like I do, so I decided to go with a very light blue and white scheme. And what motivated me for this particular layout on the bag was that I had this beautiful vintage handkerchief in blue and I wanted to use it. And so this is, I decided to incorporate that into the clutch, into the bag. So the clutch bag is, looks like this. And it's actually, I'm sorry, Crystal, I told Crystal I was going to do a bag about 6 inches by 10. And this actually turned out to be quite a bit bigger than that. Once I started going, the project grew because I wanted to accommodate that handkerchief. But anyway, it's a little bigger than anticipated, but I hope she'll like it. So this is the front of the bag, and I'm doing a handheld video today, so I'm hoping I'm not shaking too much. I don't have my camera mounted. But this is the front of the bag, and here is the flap, and you can see the beginning. This is the top part of the handkerchief here. You can see there's a little, I glued this trim down, but you can see here the edge of the handkerchief. It goes over the bag and then wraps back around to the front edge of the bag. And I'll show you the back of the bag so you can get a feel for what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, so then after I did that, I sealed the edges down with the trim on the side, the really pretty eyelet trim. And this trim I just loved, and it fit perfectly on this top flap. So use that on the top flap. It had the pearls already in it. I did use a little bit of stickles in this light. I don't think you can see it, but I did use a little bit of stickles in the center of each of these flowers. So that you can, it has a little bit of sparkle there. And then, of course, in the middle, I found this beautiful cameo piece that I had. So I put that in the middle medallion on the top of the flap. Yeah, and then trimmed it with this little bit of trim here on the outside edges. And then, yeah, on the back, you can see the bulk of the handkerchief. It's really pretty. I don't know how old it is, but I know it is very vintage. And so I just love the way this pretty blue stands out against the white. And I hope Crystal likes it too. It's just very, very pretty. And then I did put a bridal applique across the back with some more pearls. And I just left it like that on the back to keep that pretty simple. So yeah, you can see how the handkerchief lays here and then wraps around on both sides of the front of the clutch. Like so. So then inside, this is what it looks like on the inside. And the top of the flap, you can see I put some another kind of, I guess it's a bridal applique in blue, has some pretty sequins, iridescent sequins and pearls, and some doilies against, this is a really pretty, the background I used was a really pretty, kind of like an eyelet stitched fabric. And then I added some doilies. I used this real pretty little trim across the top, and I cut some pieces out of that to scatter also on the top flap here. And there's a larger doily laying below all of this, a really pretty white flower, cotton flower with some pearls there. And then for the bottom, I added another braided trim over the eyelet. I put kind of a blue fringe, and then this little tiny white trim on top of the blue fringe. And yeah, I have 2 layers of lace here. I started to put more, but it just looked like it was too much. So it's 2 layers. It's this really pretty layer here, which extends down with a scallop edging here. And here you get a little bit more feel of the eyelet fabric that I covered the bag in. Yeah, so that's the background lace. And then I put another panel of this really pretty lace. I know everyone's familiar with this lace, but it's so beautiful. I just put that across. Then I put some more blue doilies, little doilies here with really pretty butterfly appliques on top of that. Added a little doily on top of this one. Another blue doily with a really cute butterfly here. Some more little of the blue trim appliques. And then I put the little blue clay flowers, and Maggie White always has used, and I love her idea. So I added some little blue clay flowers on the very bottom. So yeah, that's Christal's clutch swap. And I hope she enjoys it. I had a lot of fun making it. And then the swap included, in addition to the bag, we were supposed to make 3 handmade flowers and put some lace trim in the bag. Well, I haven't picked out the lace trim yet, but I can show you the shabby flowers I made. This is the handcrafted flowers. I'll sit down here and get a little closer. So this is the first one. And for this one, I just gathered some lace around the outside and layered up some doilies on this. There's a doily on the bottom. Layered up some doilies and then put some lace trim around the edges with some pearls and some real pretty fluffy flowers in the middle. So yeah, that's the first one. Second one I made was just strictly doilies. I love this one. It really looks shabby. So again, a little on the bottom, started with a doily, and I started layering doilies and some fiber trim that I had in there, and I just kept layering and turning and twisting, and this is what I ended up with. And this little piece here on top is it has a pinkish glow on the camera, but actually it's more of a taupe color. And then I found this really pretty pearl embellishment that was gifted to me by a friend. So I used that. So that's the second flower. And then my favorite one is this one that I made last. And this one is kind of like a keepsake flower. I just made it out of some really to match the bag, of course. I made it out of some really pretty, it's not tulle. It's kind of like a chiffon fabric. And it had a pattern in the fabric. So I cut out a bunch of pieces and glued them to a medallion and started with that on the bottom. And then I separated each layer. I don't know if you can see on this video, but I separated it with a doily in the middle there. I think you can maybe see the doily down in there, like that. And then I glued more flower petals and put another doily. And the doily on top kind of looks like a cup because I pushed it down really hard in the middle. So then I wanted to fill the little cup with something, and I started using little embellishments. It kind of has a little bit of a bridal look, but I just thought it was so pretty. So it's got a crystal flower on the bottom, and then it's got some rhinestone pieces that come up out of the flower. I glued a couple of little pearl hearts here, a really pretty pearl and rhinestone bling, and then another one of the little blue from the bag. I had a little blue flower from that trim left over, so I put that there, and I put some foo-foo there, some feathers. So I think this one turned out kind of pretty. So this one I think is my favorite. So yeah, so that is my swap for Angel Dream Crafts. Again, my partner is Christal Gill, and Christal, I hope that you enjoy it and use it. Enjoy it as much as I really did have fun making it. So I will pick out some great lace trim to go with this. That was also part of our swap. I haven't picked that out yet, but I will get that off to you, and you should have this in your hands very soon. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care. Bye.